Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Coin Chat, your favorite 5-minute daily show where I can cover everything happening in the crypto space, keep you current for traders, investors that want to know, biggest movers, maybe a few trade setups I'll throw in there, and then obviously the biggest trends happening in the market. Second thing we're always going to cover is the biggest news today. We're going to be looking at Kraken coming out with the news that they had a major acquisition of a futures exchange, derivatives exchange, and what they're going to be offering going forward. That really changes the landscape for exchanges. There seems to be an arms race there. And then the third thing I want to do is there is a daily shout out every single day. Today we're shouting out Crypto Dale, and you guys will see what that involves. Looking over here to the right, the market's a little bit more split, I guess you could say, today than it was end of last week or yesterday. Still, everything is pretty slow, though, as Bitcoin continues to really hang at the exact same 3,400 or between 3,430 and low 3,400s. Most of the market is really kind of waiting on that next expansion move from Bitcoin. So most things are still sitting still. I would say Binance coins are spread being up 5-10% or down 5-10%. And then obviously there's the outlier, which we are going to look at right now. The coin that I want to break down today is BitTorrent. And I'm sure you guys have seen this. I'm sure you've seen it all over Twitter. I'm sure you've seen people saying they caught it, some people saying they missed it. You're probably feeling the FOMO. The one thing I want to bring up with this chart and with any chart that looks like this is BitTorrent. For those of you that aren't aware, is the company that Justin Sun bought and Tron has has a partnership with, or is kind of owning now as a DApp. And since launch, when it came out, it was pretty lackluster, down 20-30%, and really ever since, in the past 2 or 3 days, now the past 72 hours, it's up around 3 or 4x. But it's not only up around 3 or 4x, it's actually up 10x from ICO. So when I look at a coin like this, when I look at a chart like this, there's really not any TA you can do. Sure, you can have some oscillators or something on their lower time frames, but I find it funny. Someone asked me on Twitter if I could post a chart for this or where a good entry would be. When you see a chart like this, or when there's an asset that's trading on an exchange for kind of the first time and it's in this price discovery, TA isn't going to be maybe the best tool there. Obviously, it can still help, and you can use it in terms of finding exits and things like that. But it's not going to be too helpful because we're still in price discovery. I look at these assets and I look at opportunities like this, things that have just hit exchange, I see there's 2 opportunities. And if I can't kind of play one of those opportunities, I'm going to avoid it. I didn't get in the BitTorrent trade, and I'm not going to jump into it now. 2 ways to play it, in my opinion. Obviously, you can get in before it hits the exchange. You can get into the ICO, a very profitable strategy for me, 2017, early 2018. I'm sure many of you as well. Maybe some people got the bad end of that. But a lot of people profited well from getting into ICOs early. So obviously that's one strategy. If you got into BitTorrent ICO on Binance, and it was tough to get into, you're up about 10x. The other play that, and really kind of the only consistent opportunity that I see for assets that are newly listed, is if they hit in a down market. A few different time frames come to mind. Either early 2018, when alts were down, ICOs that were actually good projects were hitting the market. Also happened kind of March, April, kind of the last time we had a real serious push for alts, is when these newer coins can hit exchange, kind of fizzle out because there's just not enough hype or macro, the trend is down. Then you can jump in and hopefully ride the trend later. This one just happened a little bit too quick for me. I didn't catch it. Congrats to everyone that did. The other way that you can analyze these things, since TA is not the most helpful when it just hits exchange and it's in price discovery, the thing that you should be considering most, and I use a site called ICO Drops, I'll have it linked down below, down here, and you can see the actual BTT token price that it was listed in the ICO. Obviously, you have to keep in mind there's a pre-sale and a private sale, so people got it even cheaper than that, and then you always have to assume that someone even has it cheaper than that, right? Most prices or most tokens that are sold in the token sale, for some people don't know this still, most of them are sold at a price that's not even in the white paper, right? And whether or not that's right or wrong, that's kind of not up for debate. I don't want to go over that. Everyone has their own opinion there, but people are getting in even at better price than the ICO price, but still it's up 10x in USD, 10x in ETH, and 10x in Bitcoin. Right, so although it is only up 2 or 3x, sure, it could run another 2 or 3x and I miss out. I don't see an opportunity, and I don't really feel like I have an edge just kind of buying a straight vertical chart. I want some levels to form, or maybe the hype to die, and then maybe there's a play there. All right, so that's BitTorrent. Congrats to everyone that got in. Two different ways to look at it: getting in pre-ICO or into the ICO, or hopefully playing it once some levels are established. I didn't see either, so I didn't get to play it. Be on the lookout for Binance. They are going to be launching 2 coins every single month, so maybe there's an opportunity there, right? Who knows whether this trend continues? Alts have been pretty sleepy, but BitTorrent might be kind of setting a new trend for Binance ICOs. All right, news that I wanted to cover today comes from Kraken, and this is some serious news. We've had I guess some pretty negative news from exchanges lately with Quadriga. I'm not sure how I'm saying that. The owner of the exchange who maybe died or maybe faked his death, and that 100 million plus Bitcoins going missing. There's also the Cryptopia hack. There's been a lot of hacks lately. This is some positive news from an exchange, and you can see Kraken here in the background. They just bought or acquired crypto facilities, and some people might even not be familiar with Kraken here. I actually have never traded on Kraken. It's an older exchange. Some people here are probably only into Binance or Bittrex. Older exchange has been around for a while, US based, and they just bought a crypto facilities company that's going to allow them to offer futures trading, offer other derivatives. So now it kind of adds to both offering spots, so Bitcoin USD, but also kind of the derivatives that BitMEX offers, that Deribit offers, that OKX offers, right? So building out that product offering, whether that's for professional traders or institutions, I think it's really, really good that we have more competition in the exchange space. It's not good when one exchange just controls volume and kind of the market entirely, right? Because then there's no real need for them to innovate. They can treat customers pretty poorly, and just more choice for traders is always a good thing. The downside to this is this looks like good news. Kraken's based in the US and they're offering futures and more derivatives. The terrible thing to see if you're based in the US like I am is those aren't even available to US customers because, and I had this sneaking suspicion, but the US is, I mean, we don't even offer CFDs with leverage. So it's going to be really tough, I think, for regulators to allow for crypto plus leverage in the US. I just don't see it happening anytime soon. Hopefully, I mean, I would love to be proven wrong, but that kind of does suck for US traders. Regardless, I think this is a huge step. I do think there's going to be a little bit of an arms race coming out soon. I'll have more news on that later on kind of what I mean by that, but exchanges are racing to try to offer more derivatives, and I think they're trying to steal kind of a slice of the pie from BitMEX, who is the monster in the exchange space. The shout out of the day is going to go to Crypto Dale. Every single day I want to highlight one trader, analyst, whatever it is, putting out good analysis. This one's a little bit different today. But I really like Dale. Really, really good guy. Funny dude. If you're not following him on Twitter, follow him right now. His link is down below. The reason I want to shout him out is he was playing Real Hero, and this is not a paid shill promotion, anything like that. I have no connection with the company, but I have been able to play their live beta. It's pretty fun, and it also kind of is a different way, I guess, for people to be playing or trading or betting or whatever you want to call it on Bitcoin. And they're offering some ridiculous payouts in this game. So shout out to Dale. He just hit his biggest pot today. Bet 5,000 on Rect. 6.7x trade. That came out to like 33,000 hero tokens. And if my math's right, that's at least like $1,500, $1,700. So nice win there for Dale. Shout out Dale. Go follow him. Follow the Real Hero team. I don't have a ref link for you guys. I know I have a ref link, but I'm not going to share it. You can sign up for the waitlist. It is a fun little platform to try out. Once again, not paid, not promo, anything like that. I just wanted to shout Dale out. He's a good dude, and it is a fun game that I'm sure everyone's going to be playing. I'll be playing it on Twitch soon, so follow me on Twitch. Anyways, guys, that is all I had for today's coin chat. 3 different things I wanted to cover. The BitTorrent thing, that's going to be a theme as Binance starts to launch 2 tokens a month. That's their plan, right? We'll see if this trend continues that alts have been sleepy. Most mid caps haven't been able to make a move unless Bitcoin moves up, but for some reason, BitTorrent's able to steal that hype, whether it's because it's associated with Tron, whether Fetch AI is going to be able to do the exact same thing. That's going to be a really fun trend to watch. Think about if you are jumping into BitTorrent, what's your edge there? You know, it might not be so easy to be doing 2A on a chart that's literally vertical. So think about kind of where ICO buyers got on. Think about FOMO and different things that are accounting into that chart. And obviously be thinking about managing risk first. Yes, when something goes up 2x, it looks like it's easy money, guys, but look at another chart that's done the same. Icon or anything else that kind of went vertical after it hit ICO, maybe use another chart as a guide. Some things to think about there. I think the Kraken news is huge. I'm going to have more news about exchanges coming up. Excited to bring you guys some cool stuff there. Last thing is shout out to Dale on that win. Well done, brother. That's all I have, guys. Subscribe down here in the bottom left. Click that Bitcoin. If you're not making any Bitcoin, at least you can click that one. And you can get updated every single time I go live. Throw a like, throw a comment, do whatever you have to do. Let me know what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you're still alive. Whatever it is, give me a shout out. I appreciate hearing from you guys. And I will take your feedback into account and try to continue to make this a really nice daily show for you. Keeping you current on everything happening here at Coin Chat. That's it, guys. Stay well. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.